to this explainer. Okay, today we're diving into a really practical approach to balancing cutting-edge AI innovation with, vital human connection in our schools. We are exploring a strategy that is absolutely capturing the attention of the international education sector right now. We're going to look at how to leverage digital transformation policies in the AI era to achieve two massive, massive goals: drastically reducing the burden on our teachers while increasing their efficiency, and successfully cultivating those core collaborative competencies that our students just desperately need. Let's get right into it.
Let's be real for a second and address the elephant in the room with school-wide smart device rollouts. While the one-to-one tablet environment is absolutely the ultimate ideal for digital education, jumping straight into it, well, it's a pretty steep learning curve. Handing every single student a screen right away introduces massive distraction management challenges for teachers who, frankly, are still adapting themselves. Plus, you've got these huge initial infrastructure bottlenecks for bandwidth and budgets. Actually, scratch that. The biggest hurdle isn't even the technology itself. It's the teacher management anxiety during that transition. We really need a way to ease into this seamlessly.
So, what exactly is a manageable first step? It's this brilliantly simple middle way division of labor. Instead of tossing a tablet to everyone right out of the gate, look at this setup. Every single student gets an individual IRS Clicker, while groups of 4 to 6 share a single collaborative tablet. This team-based learning, or TBL setup, completely transforms the dynamic in the room. It totally prevents that isolated heads down in a screen phenomenon and keeps the whole classroom active and buzzing. You can really see the contrast right here. On the left, those individual clickers guarantee 100% focus. Every single student has to respond, which means full participation with zero screen distraction. But then on the right, when it's time for team collaboration, those shared tablets literally force students to look up, talk to each other, and build the communication and critical thinking competencies that the AI era demands. It's real human-to-human interaction, just augmented by tech. Inside the smart classroom, let's run through a simulated day-in-the-life workflow. So how does this actually play out when the bell rings? The workflow is honestly incredibly smooth. Step 1, the teacher uses AI to instantly generate a lesson or quiz. Step 2, students answer individually using their IRS clickers, which gives the teacher instant assessment data to guide the room. Step 3, they break into groups to tackle complex tasks on the shared tablets. And step 4, the AI instantly grades the group work, and then, I love this feature by the way, students use their clickers for a star rating peer assessment. They're actively reviewing and scoring other groups' work. Just look at this student for a second. Notice how the physical clicker firmly anchors their attention? They aren't tempted to open a browser, play a game, or chat online. And for the teacher, this setup directly, and I mean drastically, reduces classroom management burden. You don't have to police screens all day. You can just teach. It secures fundamental engagement and makes the whole classroom highly, highly efficient. All right. Now you might be wondering, how do we shift from that individual focus to collaborative deep learning? It's really simple. Student groups create mind maps on their shared tablets. Then, the system generates an AI summary, which is an automated extraction of the core essence of every group's ideas. The teacher then projects this cross-group summary on the main screen to really fuel critical, deep classroom discussion. It literally visualizes the collective thought of the room in a matter of seconds. By acting as a cognitive scaffold, the AI is doing the heavy lifting of data analysis here. It analyzes text and ideas instantly and provides instant feedback. But crucially, and this is a big one, it limits that shallow copying of standard internet answers. Because the AI is summarizing their original group work, students are forced to engage in genuine analysis to develop real, lasting critical thinking. And this highly efficient learning loop, it definitely doesn't stop when class is over. The AI takes all that individual clicker data and group tablet data to provide differentiated instruction. It offers personalized, context-aware practice exercises, what we call precision remediation. This allows students to focus exactly on where they struggled, safely guided by the context of the day's lesson to build real self-regulated learning. Now listen, if you are a district policymaker or principal, your ears should be perking up right about now because the budgetary impact here is massive. Deploying a 1-to-5 device ratio drastically reduces infrastructure pressure. You're cutting device costs, bandwidth needs, and IT maintenance down to a mere fraction of a 1-to-1 model. It also totally wins on safety, utilizing a purpose-built educational AI architecture that actively filters out harmful information. And for our teachers, the transition is seamless. They start with simple clicker quizzes and gradually introduce AI collaboration without any of that intense management shock. Because it balances the budget so incredibly well, this model is a total powerhouse for driving regional educational equity. It lowers the cost barriers significantly, meaning way more schools can adopt these powerful AI teaching tools. Plus, it perfectly aligns with strict government educational digital transformation standards, ensuring that student data remains fully compliant and secure. It's a win for the budget, a win for policy, and obviously a huge win for the students. Ultimately, as we navigate this exciting, but let's face it, somewhat challenging AI era, we really must ask ourselves a vital question. Is your district ready to implement a system that champions both cutting-edge technological innovation and the irreplaceable value of human interaction? A smart classroom doesn't have to mean a room full of isolated screens. By finding this middle way, we can reduce the burden on our educators, massively increase learning efficiency, and cultivate the core competencies our students need to thrive. Thanks so much for joining me on this explainer, and I'll catch you next time.